Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, everybody. My name is Epaminondas Sá. I'm host here on TNT. If you want to practice your English, please come with us. Not English, just English, but English, Spanish, French, Italian, and maybe Mandarin, I think. So soon. So, welcome aboard. And today we're going to talk about the power of influence. I have with me Michele, Jefferson, Camila, and Edilton to talk about this topic. So, Edilton, please let me know about you. Could you introduce yourself for us, please? You are muted. Okay. No. Now you are muted. Hi. Hi. Could you hear me? Maybe not. Please, Jeff, you first.
Okay, good morning, folks. I'm Jefferson. I live here in Goiânia, Goiás. I'm economist, professor of Catholic University of Goiás. It's a pleasure to be here with you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you. Michelle, and you, let me know.
Hello, everybody, and good morning. My name is Michelle. I'm 34 years old. I'm studying to be a software developer. So I'm here since December to improve my English. And I'm from Rio de Janeiro. I'm like to the sun, the nature. Is this?
Thank you so much. Camila, and you?
Good morning, guys. My name is Camila. I'm 28 years old. I live in São Paulo and I'm a software developer. And that's it. Michele, are you
Uh,
going to the Madonna concert?
No, not to me.
I think it's free, right? I think there's going to be
Yes.
a lot of people there. I think it's going to be crazy.
Yes, I think this is very crazy.
I think it would be so crowned because of that. So,
Yes.
yeah. Uh, Edilton, can you hear me?
Yeah. I have
Okay.
I had to change the internet. Now
Okay,
I
no
can hear.
problem. Could you introduce yourself for us?
Okay. Hello, people. Good morning. I'm Edilton Jr. I'm from Salvador, Bahia. I am 38 years old and I student system development. My objective in talk is improve my fluency, uh, make some friends, and learning a lot with the people in English and other language like Spanish, maybe French. One day I will try to study French also. That's it.
Pretty good. I want to learn French so soon as well. Guys, good morning for everybody. Let's start this immersion. And we have five people in the main room, so I will talk less to let you talk more. But please manage your time for your answer to let everybody talk a little bit. Okay? So the number one, let's start from the number one. How do you think social media influences our opinions and behaviors in today's society? Social media influence us or not? What do you think? And if yes, how? Michelle, please, you first.
I think nowadays is influencing a lot because most of the people will use Instagram or social media nowadays. So I think uh, in the past the television do this thing, and now the social media do this. And I think it could influence everything, what you use of clothes or what you want for your life, because you are always looking for a not a real life on social media. Is this?
Exactly. I totally agree with you. Totally agree with you. Sometimes we want to do something because we see that on the social media. So, Jeff, please, your opinion about.
So I really can't agree with you with this because I have my own algorithm. I have my own opinions. I have my own behavior. So I can filter everything that I can see. But I see with my students a lot of them influenced by news, by opinions, by lifestyle, and so on. This is the perception that I have the reality and the attitude and attitudes and behaviors of my students, but that's not my case.
Good, good. Thank you so much. Camila, let me know what do you think about.
I think that unfortunately, for the most of us, social media influences. Sometimes we don't need something, but just because we saw somebody with that we want, like, oh my God, I need this new iPhone or this clothes, or, but in fact, we don't need this to be happy in our days. Just because we are watching somebody with something or doing something, we think we need it, but in fact, we don't. So, but I think sometimes social media can influence us to do something good. I don't know if you guys, it's the same, if you guys noticed, but for me, now I see a lot of people running, starting to run. It's like a fever now, and that's good because we are doing something for our health. So sometimes can be good.
Yeah, yeah. Run is a kind of new wave, so it's
Yes,
interesting to think. And
a
I
lot of
totally
people that
agree.
I follow is starting to run, and I think this is awesome.
Yeah, I think it's good because it's not expensive, just need to
Yes,
to
you just
run.
need,
So
yeah, just need something to put in your feet and go. Just you don't need anything else. You need to pay for nothing. It's very good.
mm, for sure, for sure. I totally agree with you. Some people share good ideas on social media and good influence. And if you follow me on Instagram, you see that. So just just kidding. Edilton, let me know what do you think about the number one.
It's a good question, and the answer is yeah. The social media has a lot of influence in some people. In Brazil, for example, there is a research about this topic, and the results are Brazilians are very influenced by social media, and the people who follow in sometimes the blind form the influences. I will put this research in the chat and the people can read in other moments. It's a very interesting because a lot of parts of the market share in Brazil is used to use the digital influences to growing up the profits. So I put the research in the chat, the people can read after the immersion.
Okay, great. Thank you. Guys, and about the number two. Jeff, you said that you are not influenced by on social media, but let me know if you know someone about the number two. Can you share a personal experience or other person where you were influenced by someone or something in your environment, not only in the social media, but in your environment? How did you impact you? Maybe your family influence you, or other things influence you, or other person. Let me know if you have some experience to share for us.
Yeah, I have two daughters, and they used to use Instagram, TikTok, sometimes Facebook. and more LinkedIn. I have Instagram, but I never. Sometimes I see something in Instagram, in LinkedIn sometimes, and Facebook only to see the anniversary or the birthday of someone. But in my case, I use it a lot. YouTube. I have a playlist that I have my own preference, my interest. For example, I love to listen music, and I wanna to listen some kind of music. For example, Phil Collins. I'm listening Phil Collins, and then the YouTube suggests me to listen someone like Phil Collins. What do you think about this? I don't know if this is to influence my baby. And the second thing that I use a lot is Netflix. I think it's the same. I was watching something and suggest me, but not influence me. Sometimes I think the suggest it's okay, but sometimes it's too bad.
Good, good. Uh, Michelle, and you? Not only online influence, but in general. Let me know about the number two.
Mhm. Yes, I thought a situation that I see on the Instagram, a person doing a review of something for do a massage. And I look at this and he did a very nice review and I think, oh my God, this is amazing. And I buy. And it was nice for my family, for my parents. Was nice too. But I know that I'm very influenced by this person, and but it was nice. I think in Instagram you can have some good influence too, not bad always. So of course you need to care a lot about this to not do a lot of things that you don't want to do because but you need to care, but I think it could be nice too with this.
Yeah, you like it? The device?
Yes, I think it was nice.
Good, good. And you, Edilton, let me know.
Can you share the questions again? Because when I lost the connection, I lost the session.
Okay, okay. I will
Please.
paste here all the questions for you. Just a second. And for a while, Camila, please.
I agree with Michelle. Like I said before, I think we can get good stuff from social media. I think we have to filter what we see, what we follow, who we follow. I try to follow people that connect with what I think, what I want to do in my life, like help people, people that shares content about software development because it's what I do in my life. So I think if we follow the right people, we can get good stuff. And I think the last thing I was influenced by was this series. I don't know if you guys heard about Baby Rena. I still didn't watch, but I wanna watch because everybody's posting and talking about it. But you know, just because of that, I feel like oh my god, I have to watch it. But I didn't watch it yet. I don't know if it's good, if it's bad, but everybody's saying good stuff about this series.
Yeah, it's interesting, this kind of movement. And other thing that influenced me a lot is review. So, for example,
Yes,
when I wanna buy a book, I see the review on Amazon, for example, to buy that book
yes.
because
I think I see
so
the review of everything I wanna buy or everywhere I wanna go. I was thinking here when I'm going to travel somewhere, I read every review in restaurants, museums, parks, everything.
yeah, there's a lot of soft influence all the time for us. So sometimes we don't realize, but
Yes.
there. Uh, Edilton, about the number two.
Okay, okay. Yes, I will tell about situation that I really influenced by a person. My sister about a course and she talked a lot about this course that she will happy and this course is very good. And simply I put my faith on her and about this course. But I did not like this topic. I thought there is a lot of small talk than the content itself. But my sister, I love it, the content. And in that situation, I realized in sometimes simply I do or I'm very, very influenced by someone. So today I can think more about, I reflect, do a meditation about the situation for don't get in that situation and be influenced and in the results not good to me.
Yeah, sometimes the person share a good idea about, good review about, but when you get that, it's not good. Or in the other hand, for example, I wanted to buy a chair, and I see bad reviews, but I decide to buy and I like it. So sometimes it doesn't work in a good way for us. So it's interesting, but it's interesting to pay attention, as like you said, to filter the influence and to know if it makes sense or not for us. Oh, but it's interesting to think about. Uh, Guys, let's think about our environment, the people around us, okay? Not just uh, the online life. So the number three is like that. In what ways do you believe the people we surround ourselves with influence our attitudes and decisions? Um, the people around us, maybe your family, maybe your friends, or the people that you talk more on WhatsApp and Instagram, the people that you have more contact. Camila, please, you first.
I'm thinking here. I think it depends of who we are talking about because if we're talking about my family, they 100% influence me because I was raised by them. So I think a lot like them. But when I think about my job, I don't choose who I'm going to work with. So sometimes I have to deal with people that I disagree or their behavior, you know. So I don't. These people kind of teach me how to don't be. I don't want to do something like this. So I think yes, people around us can influence our behavior.
Yeah, yeah, good. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. Anyway, Dilton, let me know. Do you have other experience to share?
No, in that moment, I'm not.
Okay. But you think that the people around us influence a lot or not? Or as like Jeff said, we have our own algorithm to think. What do you think
Oh,
about
yeah,
the number
yeah.
three?
Yeah, in that question, I have a algorithm itself in myself to do my own decisions. I I used to watch some reviews and some unboxings in the case of products. I do this strategy because in online shopping it's very common some products can be very beautiful and the final result is not good. The experience in the consumer is not the best. So I could watch these reviews and watch the unboxing, and sometimes when I don't like the product, I make a delivery for
Thank you. Michelle, about the number three, let me know.
I agree with Camila. I think the family have a lot of power to influence uh, normally the son, for example, the parents influence the son. I feel this in my life. And of course, when you grow, we start to see more about this, but when you are a kid, it's more difficult. Um, and in daily life, I think if you the persons who live with you could influence you too, because you are heard this every day, or you normalize how the persons live, so you can start to live more some them. So I think you don't sometimes you don't know that you are being influenced, and you are. Is this?
Yeah, it's interesting. I remember some phrase that it's a kind of question. The things that we like because ourselves deeply, or because some people teach us to like this thing. So it's interesting to think about influence because, as like you said, our parents maybe input some thoughts in ourselves and things like that. So it's interesting to think why I really like this or not. I learned to like. It's interesting to think like that. And Camila said about run. Runs is interesting because if you, it's like a I don't know in English, but tribu. It's like other things. If you, I don't know, but if you run, if you go to the gym or do CrossFit, things like that, if you have some friends that do that, it's it's easier to go because a lot of people talking about and invited you to do, and maybe you experience, maybe you're not like, but it's easier to experience because we have people around us doing this, so it's interesting to think about. uh and you, Jeff, let me
So
know.
you live in a Bible.
Yeah,
Bubble,
everybody.
in a bubble, yeah, certainly. Uh, as said, we live with family, colleagues, and communities. I think it's very important you shape your perceptions about everything about the news, the opinions, the lifestyles, and to take care about this. And what I do, what is acceptable, it's okay for me. I can see. For example, yesterday I saw a lot of message from a group that I participate from professor from university, and I didn't see. I think 99% I delete. I can see. I don't like I delete. I can see just for the news. It's not good for me. I will delete. Why? It's not acceptable for me. It's not my desirable. Why I must to see this or to watch this. So this is the way I tackle with this kind of thing. So for me, just to finish, it's very important to adopt values, to adopt attitudes, and not to be to go on with the conformity, to stay on the time in the comfort zone, all the like everybody think the same way. I really don't agree. It's very important you see different opinions, but you need to sometimes take care about it.
For sure, it's important to filter and to have our own values about the topics. And you brought a good topic for me, living in a bubble. So maybe a topic for other mission. Thanks so much. I took notes here. Um, guys, I will skip for the number five. Everybody answer. Yeah? Okay. Okay. I will skip for the number five. Because sometimes we see a lot of advertisement, a lot of input that we don't realize that it's a kind of input, but it it's in our minds. Let's talk about the number five. How do you think advertisement or and marketing influence our purchasing decision and consumer behavior? Um, in general, okay? Maybe something that you want to eat, uh, I don't know, but a car, a place to live, I don't know. But how do you think advertisement and market influence our purchase decision and consumer behavior? Um, Edilton, let's think about the number five. Let me know your opinion.
Wow, it's a good question. For me, the attention is the most valuable commodity in the world. So all of the companies spend a lot of money to influence you and consume your products. And most of these advertisements is based on emotional manipulation. Like if you buy this car, you'll be a good man or you have a family. Or if you use my cosmetic, you'll be a very beautiful woman. And things like that. I noticed that there is in the company departments like psychology of products, user experience departments. Well, the goal is with the objective in to create the best propaganda to simply enter your mind and you control it in subconscious and level. That's okay.
Exactly. The most of advertisement is not rational. It's to stick you in your irrational mode. So it's interesting. It's interesting thing. Sometimes we don't realize that we are influenced by a company or things like that, but it's interesting to think about. Camila, let me know.
I agree with it, Newton. I think sometimes advertisement makes us think that if we buy something, we will be something. I have to have something to be somebody, but it's not like that. Sometimes when we are in a store like buying clothes, they put this song to you feel like, oh my god, like you feel good to be in that place, to be good in that store, and you feel, oh my god, I should buy this shirt, you know. Like Newton said, is a lot of things. I don't know how to say this in English, but psicologicamente influences us to do something, you know, like I think everybody said a little bit of it. We don't know, but we are getting influenced.
Exactly. Exactly. Thank you. Camila, you are thinking. Let me know what is in your mind. Share with us.
I think it's you, Michelle.
Oh, sorry, Michelle.
Yes, I think the marketing could influence you, putting and on you the necessity to do something. Like Camila said before, I also see the market about the baby henna, and with movies I these catch me a lot. I see, and when I see a lot, this series is amazing. I started to start a necessity to do something. So Sunday I see all baby henna. And on the day I see all the series, but it's nice, this series. So I think uh, maybe if I don't have Instagram, I don't even know about this series, because maybe I will see on Netflix and don't this name or the photo that they use on, maybe don't make me be necessity to do, but to have a lot of types of marketing to make you have this necessity, to start on new this necessity. So I think it's more or less about this.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You said a good thing about if I don't have Instagram, maybe I don't know about. And it's interesting because sometimes I see a lot of profiles that have, I don't know, but 10 million of followers, and I have no idea who is this guy or who is this girl. Even I have Instagram and I have no idea about. So it's interesting because sometimes we just know something because of the Instagram, because of the social media, because of this kind of thing. And these people has a lot of power of influence the your followers. And I'll talk more about this about the next question. But it's interesting to think some kinds of some kind of things just work because of the social media. Because if there's no social media, maybe it will flop, as like the people say nowadays. So it's interesting to think. Jeff, your turn. Let me know your opinion about.
Yeah, I think advertising and market have a significant influence in our purchase, in our life decisions, consumer behavior. I think everybody, it's impossible because you live in a society with advertising market all the time. But how I can act it? How can this can drive my consumer demand? First, I need to choose something to buy. Let's suppose I'm gonna buy a car. I change my car. I spend 11 years with the same car. I change it now. And how I my attitude about this. I saw all the persuasive message. I I search for brands. I search for target campaigns. I search for advertisers. I search for desires and so on. So with all this information, I decided. So I think advertising market it's very important because you can see opinions, you can see channels like in YouTube about that kind of car that you wanted to buy. And for me, this is so good. And you said something about books. It's the same. When I'm going to buy a book by Amazon, I know the book that I want to buy, and they suggest what about this book and another book. So I see everything about the advertising, about the markets, about the other book suggestions. Sometimes I used to buy or not. Michelle talk about the series. A good friend of mine suggests this kind of series, and I watch it. It's very interesting. It's a different kind of series about stock option.
Yeah, good. Thank you so much for answer. I will skip for the number six. Number six. Can you discuss the impact of influencers, the people that influencers and celebrities on societal trends and cultural norms? I want to introduce this question. I don't know if you guys remember, but nowadays it's common to have mêsversário. So it doesn't exist some some years ago, but some influencers start to do a mêsversário, aniversário todo mês, aniversário, aquela data ali marcada. And nowadays it's common to do a mêsversário. And it's interesting because there's mêsversário about uh, relationship or a newborn baby. So there's a mêsversário about. And it's a kind of trend that just exists because of influence on social media. It's interesting to think about. And now I want to know by you all. Can you discuss the impact of influencers and celebrities on societal trends and culture norms? Let me know what you think about. Camila, please, you first.
Well, I think that, like you said, there's a lot of things that we would never think about if it wouldn't for the influencers, like mês versário, like I would, everybody nowadays is doing this because they see people doing it. Oh my God, that's nice. I will do too. I think some things can be good, can be nice, but sometimes get boring too. Like the 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 dancing, everybody doing the same stuff, doing the same thing. I don't like it. I don't have TikTok. I never downloaded the app because I don't want to be addicted to it. I'm fine with Instagram and Twitter. I don't want another social media to get addicted to. But I think that's it.
Yeah, yeah. And I remember other here. Uh, Chá de revelação. Strange. Chá de revelação. So, other thing. Um, Michelle, let me know what you think about.
Yes, I think, for example, about exercise to go to the gym, for example. I think the nowadays the social media influence a lot about this, and it's nice because it's important to do exercise. But I think now it's very important to do exercise and put on Instagram. So I think uh, this promote or influence about this and uh, about yes, it's this. I don't remember a lot. I remember one about the do. I see one time about do like on the hair of the children's do something very creative, and the parents do this on the kids, and
I saw
uh,
it too, like Crazy Hair Day, something like this.
yes, what it's nice. I think it's funny, but of course it's influence about uh, social media, but it's it's nice. It's not it's normal nowadays. You need to understand that social media is very present in our lives nowadays. So this is the new common. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Edilton, let me know what you think about this question.
That is a very interesting question. And yeah, there is a huge impact in social norms with the digital influencers. For example, in the creation of new words, slangs, idioms. The most recent example is the Big Brother. The winner of this edition, Davi, created a slang. It's like a take it easy pepperoni, or the famous calma calabresa. It, it becomes a expression most used sometimes in a lot of contexts. The people simply used to talk with the situation. In fact, that situation proves the great impact of social media, and it's important to meditate about in the future what good things or bad things in case of 10 years, what the the, the impacts in a society, in a culture. There is there a good results of the power of social media or not? Is a great field of study, and is important to the government, society, or academics think about that, do several studies about that.
For sure. Thank you so much. I totally agree with you. It's important to filter and to think about the future. Jeff, please.
I think that this is part of our society. I'm an old guy here. I think the old guy here. And I remember a long time ago, 40 years ago or more, for example, I used to play basketball. And I remember the celebrities of basketball, and we tried to buy the best sneakers. Huh? Sneaker, oh, this is a good sneaker, All Star. I need to buy All Star because the celebrity It's advertising us about this sneaker. So nice. I think the same with the musician or singers. I think it's the same about, for example, I had a long hair, very long hair in the past. I don't have black power, but a long hair. Can you imagine? In this part of my life, everybody with long hair. Black power, then the black with black power, and I with a big hair. I remember all of this. Something very, very amazing. And I think today, I think it's the same. You see the influencers, you see the celebrities, so you can shape your trends about everything. I see my daughters using tattoo or something like this, something, some kinds of clothes. We can see now about we're talking about Madonna shows. They are selling a lot of products in Rio de Janeiro, né? In Rio de Janeiro. False products and original products for everybody. If you wanna buy, it's okay.
Yeah. I had a black power for some period in my life. Sometimes I
So
miss
you
that.
are an old guy.
Yeah, maybe. Guys, let's talk about the number eight. Number eight. It's interesting. Have you ever experienced pressure to conform to certain expectations or standards from your peers, your colleagues, or social circles? How did you handle it? For example, here I live in Brasilia, and it's so common to have a pressure to be in a service public, for example. Here it's so common. And I want to know for you all, have you ever experienced some pressure? It doesn't mean that you accept, but you feel the pressure to conform to certain expectations or standards from your peers or social circles. And how did you handle it? Um, Jeff, please.
That's the point. Imagine a guy like me that I love MPB, I love international music, but I live in Goiás, Goiânia. And the guys used to say, come on, Jefferson, you must to listen sofrência, you must to listen sertanejo music all the time. I do come on, it's impossible, I can't. But it's sometimes it's not so good for me because I'm going to a party and everybody just listens sofrência and sertanejo music. And I say, oh my gosh, what can I do? I think the only way to comfort about this kind of music is to drink beer, the only way. And sometimes I think it's the same. You live in a circle with a lot of guys. They think the other way you think is not so easy for me because I'm intellectual, I'm professor, and the guys used to say, if you're intellectual, you're from PT. I'm not from PT, but they used to say you're from PT and you are not intellectual, you Bolsonaro, and so begin a discussion. I don't want to talk about this. So sometimes I feel in certain situations not so good for me. But I used to say, be calm, just listen, 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 and say nothing.
Yeah, take it easy, Calabreso. So, it's Camila, let me know what you think about.
I think I never experienced pressure from my friends, but I was trying to remember something here, and I think I passed some pressure with my family. Like I'm 28 years old, and they're like, "Oh my God, are you going to have children? When?" Because I'm 28, like I feel so young. I don't think about this now. I want to work, I want to travel, I want to do a lot of stuff. Then, like in 5 years, I don't know, I can't think about it. But they keep asking me, oh, I need a, I forgot how to use in English, neto. I don't know if you guys know his granddaughter. I don't know. I don't remember. But they are all the time. Oh, I need a netinho. I want a netinho. Oh my God, please stop. I don't want it. I'm 28. Come on.
Yeah, especially woman, there's a pressure to be pregnant and to get married. So, yeah, for sure, there's this kind of pressure. And you're right, grandson, granddaughter, that's the word.
Yes.
Uh, Michelle, and you?
I think I already experienced it on the religion cycle because I think each one have the type of the clothes that they use or the words that they say, and I already pass for a lot of displays of religion or not exactly religion, but of groups uh, spiritual groups, and each one have the way that they use the clothes and what they do. So I think at the beginning, this influenced me a lot, and I already changed a lot my personality to be inside of these groups. But nowadays, I have a very different perspective, and this teach me a lot about how I can go for the groups and not change me to be accept is this.
Thank you so much. And you, Edilton, let me know.
Yeah, in my case, I have a conflict with the humanity because I don't like social media like Instagram. I don't like to take photos and put the internet, people watch my life. I don't like. And I deal with it simply don't using that tool. Many people ask to me why is my fear if you on somebody if you are uh, wanted to the police. Some jokes like that, but I don't like. I think it's important to all the people uh, maintain a privacy because there is some hackers that use your information spreaded by internet to apply a lot of attacks. And Brazil is a country that have a lot of cyber attacks like that. For example, is a social engineer and the situation that a chief stole steal your data and use it to create a bank account, do some. How can I say impression in English? I don't know word. And the
I
other
know.
take money in the bank with your name, so on, but only use it your identity and your data to do that. So it's important to us for us Brazilians have a culture about that when I take the photos because there's a lot of criminals that use this information for practice your crimes.
Yeah, unfortunately, and sometimes it's not just on social media, but a lot of apps, you know. So there's a lot of apps that I don't know, but maybe I don't know, but get our information, and sometimes the people try to apply. I don't know if this is right, this expression, but aplicar um golpe using my WhatsApp. So it's interesting because the guy sent a message for my mom and say, "Oh, mom," what things like that. And I'm thinking, how this guy know who I am, there's my photo, and who is my mom, and the number of my mom. So after I yeah, exactly. After I realize that there's a app on internet that there's all your data, and the, the, the people sell your data for other people. So it's hard, hard to think, and I don't know how, and I don't know from what, but it's hard to have this kind of privacy. Interesting and hard to think, but unfortunately, I have do nothing about. But interesting to think, guys. Our time is running out. Everybody answered this question? Yeah, good. So our time is running out, and I want to ask you to do something for me. There's a blue and beautiful link in your chat. Please click there. Let me know what you think about this immersion, this topic. And if you want to suggest some topic, feel free to do it. It's totally anonymous, this survey. And let me know what you think about this immersion. If you want to suggest some topic, feel free to do it. And it's important to improve this immersion. And I know what is, uh, I don't know, in your mind. It's interesting to me for improve myself and this immersion. Okay, please go there and let me know what you think. And guys, it's a pleasure as always. Thank you, Camila, Edilton, your first time with me. Welcome aboard, Jeff, Michelle. So thank you so much. Take care, drink your water, and see you in the next week. Bye bye. See
Bye bye,
ya.
guys.
Bye bye,
Thank
people.
you.
Have a nice
Bye.
day. Bye bye.
Have a nice